The Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, has suggested that sorting out the UK's trading relationship with the EU is a higher priority than forging a trade deal with the US, just as she arrives in Washington, D.C. for trade talks with the Trump administration. So she says that she understands why there is so much focus on our trading relationship with the US, but that the relationship with Europe is arguably even more important. Rachel Reeves is meeting US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent today in the hopes that the UK could inch ever closer to an American trade deal.
Ladies and gentlemen, grab your popcorn or maybe a stiff drink, because Britain's latest political gamble could backfire spectacularly. Imagine this. You've just divorced your high-maintenance neighbor, but now you're trying to rekindle a friendship, while your other, much louder friend, who hates your ex, is watching. Oh, and that friend? He's got a habit of throwing tantrums. And tariffs. This is the UK's reality. After years of Brexit chaos, the UK's finally inking a new partnership deal with the EU. Sounds smart, right? Wrong, because lurking across the Atlantic is a man who could blow it all up. Donald Trump. And if you think he's forgotten his America First playbook, think again.
And even with the baseline 10% tariffs imposed, British businesses would be hit hard. So it would be a major win for the government if it was able to negotiate a way out of these trade levies. In a world that increasingly rejects the globalized consensus that we've gotten so used to, Brexit Britain is wedged between two major powers in the US and the EU.
So the UK is way out of line, and we'll see the UK, but European Union is really out of line. UK is out of line, but I'm sure I think that one can be worked out. Well, Prime Minister Starmer has been very nice. We've had a couple of meetings. We've had numerous phone calls. We're getting along very well. And we'll see whether or not we can balance out our budget. With the European Union, it's $350 billion deficit. So obviously something's going to take place there.
Starmer's government will be hoping that ultimately it gets to be friends with both.
Mr. President, on the EU tariffs, Mr. President, have you made a decision on what level you will seek on tariffs in the European Union?
We have made a decision. We'll be announcing it very soon, and it'll be 25%, generally speaking, and that'll be on cars and all of the things. And European Union is a different case than Canada, different kind of case. They've really taken advantage of us in a different way. They don't accept our cars. They don't accept essentially our farm products. They use all sorts of reasons why not. And we accept everything of them. And we have about a $300 billion deficit with the European Union. Now, I love the countries of Europe. I guess I'm from there at some point a long time ago, right? But indirectly, pretty directly too, I guess. But I love the countries of Europe. I love all countries, frankly, all different. But the European Union's it was formed in order to screw the United States. I mean, look, let's be honest.
Trump says EU will be hit with tariffs as he takes softer line on UK. Didn't see that coming, did you? Stay tuned, folks. This isn't just politics. It's a Shakespearean tragedy with more plot twists than Love Island. Smash that like button, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Should Britain risk Trump's fury or bet on Europe? See you in the next video.